Mercedes EQS. We've seen plenty of sporty, expensive electric cars already, the likes of Tesla's Model S, the Porsche Taycan, and the Audi e-tron GT. To name a few, but the Mercedes-Benz EQS is the first properly luxurious electric car. It combines exceptional cabin quality and comfort with the utterly silent running you expect from an electric car. If looks matter to you, then the EQS is pretty striking in its appearance. Unlike the new S-Class, which has a traditional three-box saloon shape, the EQS is almost arch-shaped, the roof running in one continuous line from the front wheels to the rears, and there's almost no bonnet. It's also a hatchback, which makes it a little more versatile than the saloon-only S-Class, and it's packed to the brim with impressive, cutting-edge technology. In many ways, it's almost like a science experiment on wheels, albeit an incredibly luxurious one. Not only do you get a massive battery, which gives the EQS a potential range of up to 453 miles, you also get the Hyperscreen. This is the idea of a touchscreen pushed to its limits. A full-width screen, actually 3 screens under one continuous sheet of glass. That stretches from one side of the dashboard to the other. The rest of the interior is super plush, too. It's all soft upholstery and swish metallic surfaces in here. That's not all, as you also get rear wheel steering, and a suspension system that not only watches the road ahead for bumps, but actually remembers where they are for later. What the EQS is not, at least in the entry, though still rather pricey, EQS 450 Plus form, is especially sporty. It's certainly not slow, but it's not as quick as a Tesla Model S in a straight line. It's definitely been set up more for comfort and quietness than it has for handling. The fact that it's really heavy, 2,400 kilograms, doesn't help with that either. The EQS 450 Plus offers all the range you could ever need, but the twin-motor 580 model sounds properly intriguing. It should be very quick. It is quick at charging though, and that's arguably more important than how quick it goes in a straight line. In fact, if you can find a charging point that's powerful enough, the EQS can inhale enough battery power for an extra 186 miles of driving in just 15 minutes at its maximum 200 kilowatts charging speed. There's also an optional 22 kilowatts onboard charging system which speeds things up when you're charging at home, although it'll still take a staggering 17 hours to refill the 108 kilowatts battery from completely empty when plugged into a 7 kilowatts home wall box. The downside to all this tech? It's not cheap. Like letting Kim Kardashian run riot with your credit card in Selfridge is not cheap. Prices start from over £100,000 mark for the entry-spec AMG line version, and run on towards £120,000 for the top AMG line Premium Plus model, or the alternative EQS exclusive luxury version, at time of writing. That's for the single-motor, 450 Plus EQS. Things will get even pricier when the EQS 584 wheel-drive, twin-motor version arrives. Still, if you like the idea of a silent, super-luxurious electric limousine that's jam-packed with impressive technology, then you'll love the Mercedes EQS. Check out some incredible Mercedes-Benz EQS deals at CarWow. There are even a number of used examples too. How much is the Mercedes EQS? The Mercedes EQS has a RRP range of £105,610 to £119,610. Prices start at £105,610 if paying cash. Monthly payments start at £1,479. The price of a used Mercedes EQS on CarWow starts at £104,995. There's no doubt you'll be paying a hefty premium for the Mercedes badge if you're going down the EQS route. Drivers considering vehicles in this segment might also look at the Porsche Taycan and Audi e-tron GT. Unlike the EQS, neither of those reach 6 figures. What you do get with the EQS, even in the base AMG line models, is a whole host of safety equipment, infotainment technology and premium touches. Move up to the luxury grade and added standard equipment includes heated steering wheel, comfort seats and bigger, 22-inch versus 20-inch, alloy wheels. Great for long motorway journeys, which feel effortless in the EQS. The big EV is less at home in town, where its size can prevent progress along tight or congested roads. There is no doubt that the Mercedes EQS is a big car. At over 5.2 meters long, it might not be the most suitable option to take into towns and cities, but help is at hand. The EQS features rear wheel steer, which means the rear wheels will turn up to 4.5 degrees in both directions, depending on speed, unless you pay extra, when the rotation increases to 10 degrees. Below 37 miles per hour, they'll turn the opposite direction on the front wheels for improved low-speed maneuverability. Go above that speed, but obviously not in town, and the rear wheels move in the same direction as the front ones for better stability. Clearly, the car benefits from a wide range of cameras and sensors, which mean that maneuvering around car parks is slightly less daunting than it would be. Although good luck staying calm when trying to keep the big Merc away from pillars. There is also automatic parking technology available, which means that all you have to do is find a space that's big enough. Sometimes easier said than done in such a lengthy motor, and the clever system in the EQS will do the rest. On the motorway. Being an electric car, the EQS is whisper quiet, with only the sound of the motors really being identifiable from within the cabin. Mercedes has put a lot of effort into stopping exterior sounds getting in, for example by adding double glazing and extra sound prevention materials in the wheel arches and pillars. The low levels of noise can specifically be appreciated at higher speeds, for example when cruising along motorways. This improvement is important, because much of the time EQSs are likely to be running up and down main roads, where the most important people on board are probably in the rear seat, as opposed to up front driving. On a twisty road. Out on the open road, drivers can select Sports Plus mode, which feeds an engine noise into the cabin. This setting also means stiffer suspension, an improved throttle response and more steering feel. Combined, these elements are designed to provide a more sportier drive than the standard options, and it does work. B roads are one instance where the regenerative braking in an electric vehicle might not be the best option. Many drivers would rather coast through the corners and bends to keep it balanced, and there is a setting on the EQS specifically for that situation. Using this option in any car would make a difference, but when behind the wheel of something that weighs in at 2.7 tons, it's hugely noticeable. Despite the size and weight, the EQS can feel sporty, which is no mean feat. Although when buyers might be choosing between this car and, say, a Porsche Taycan, the Mercedes has to be pretty special. Mercedes has gone to great lengths to make sure the EQS ticks all the interior space and quality boxes, but it might be a bit overwhelming for some. From the moment you set foot into the EQS, it's a bit like stepping into the future. The car features technology that can automatically open and close the door for you, and there's a great mixture of minimalism and technology laid out in front of you. There are two different steering wheel design options, the standard one and also an AMG version, which looks a bit more sporty. There is a big center console, which is padded and offers lots of storage space. In front of the main armrest space, there's a wood-covered area with adjustable cup holders, USB-C ports and wireless charging capabilities. Basically, when traveling in an EQS, you shouldn't ever run out of space. The door bins are wide and big enough for large bottles. Seat and mirror adjustment controls are responsive and intuitive and, because they are both electric, enable minor adjustments to be made if needed. As you might expect, there is a feel of luxury, probably because Mercedes is trying to not only win business from other brands, but also getting existing customers out of S-classes. A good example of the lengths it has gone to is the headrest pillows that are used for an extra layer of comfort for all occupants. Space in the back seats. Above the passengers' heads there is also a panoramic sunroof, which allows plenty of light in, adding to the welcoming environment in the rear of the car. Like, comment, share and subscribe to my channel.